And hello there, everyone. I am sick, so we're gonna try to do this one super fast, and we're gonna try to do this one without any kind of snorting, coughing, or sneezing. So, wish me luck. Um, Also, just while we're at it, why don't you guys like, comment, and subscribe? I would super appreciate that. It helps me, actually be a little bit more motivated to do these, and I really enjoy them. So today we're doing October's deck building contest, which I have been super, super hyped about. Just because I have been super excited for October to come. I was curious to see if we're going to do a spooky one or not. Not necessarily, but different. So for today's October deck building contest, it says, for October's deck building contest, brew a commander legal list with a hidden commander. In other words, your strategy should revolve around a card in the 99, not necessarily a legendary creature, that you aim to consistently play each game, but it is not your chosen commander. Make sure it is clear to us what your hidden commander is. So I had a few thoughts about this. My first thought actually went to my bobblehead deck with Nick Valentine. I love thematic decks. I usually try to go sort of all in on my theme. I have a Lord of the Rings deck that is the Frodo and Sam precon, but I've upgraded it with only Lord of the Rings cards, so the One Ring is in it, and other slightly good upgrades. I thought that was interesting. So I don't know, I guess in that you could think that the One Ring is Secret Commander? I don't know. Not totally convinced. And then, the Nick Valentine deck that I built is a bobblehead deck, mono blue, which is not like me at all. There's, 0 removal in it. Which is like me. The bobblehead deck is an artifact deck dedicated to turning all of my bobbleheads into creatures and then swinging with them. It's got a quite heavy clue sub-theme. But my whole goal for that deck is to get as many bobbleheads out as possible. So that kind of made me think, are my hidden commanders bobbleheads? And then I was like, no, that doesn't, there's too many of them, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So I sort of tried to go into a different direction and actually focus on what they were talking about, try to think of something new. So when I think of hidden commander, I'm trying to think of a creature, usually, not necessarily legendary, that I'm trying to get out every game like it says. Trying to think of that, I struggled a bit, but then I finally decided on one of my favorite things to do in all of Magic the Gathering. Something I have only been able to pull off, I think, a total of 5 times. So I am wholly in love with Elish Norn. I dedicate all of my Magic to her, and I even got a little Phyrexian tattoo to sort of devote myself to her. All will be one. So I built an Elish Norn deck, Grand Cenobite, before March of the Machine, before All Will Be One, before Phyrexia. And it was sort of a hate bear deck, which is not like me. I'm normally very hugsy, or thematic and silly and memey and trolly. So I had someone from our local game store help me build a Elish Norn deck with hate bear theme. It was a little mean. It was really good. This person plays pretty high power Magic usually, so I guess I didn't consider that as a potential problem. Also, playing Elish Norn in the Commander Zone is not nice. Any Praetor in the Commander Zone is not nice, so I mean, there's that. So I have her out, and I did include the Cormus Bell and Urborg combo because I thought that was a little ridiculous. Turns out nobody likes land destruction, as we found out in the last episode. My point is I dedicated everything to Elish Norn, but I still put in stuff that I liked. And one of the hate bears that I do like is Bruna and Gisela, and when they merge, they become Brazelia, and technically, one side is a hate bear, because it says, like, can't cast spells. I don't know if it was higher or lower than mana value 4. But that's really fun and cool to me, and I've only been able to do that like 5 times. I did upgrade the IlyStreams deck. Now it is a full IlyStreams deck with Mother of the Machines at the head, Cenobite is in it, and then Flip IlyStreams is also in the deck. It's just all IlyStreams. It's not as hate-berry. Now it's more ETB-y. So I did upgrade that. But that is not the point of today. Today is to build the Hidden Commander. So my thought was, because of one of the things that I really like to do is I would build Brazelia as the Hidden Commander. So I don't know if it would be better to build Bruna or Gisela as the commander, or if I should pick someone entirely different, because that might be a little too on the nose to get her out. But I kind of, like, I'm not trying to win these competitions. I'm trying to sort of just do them for me and for you guys, and it's fun. Sort of get my creative juices running. But yeah, I really like this weird meld horror chick. She got pink hair and everything. So I'm gonna try to do that. And I'm gonna get some ideas together, and I will bring you guys back once I get that settled. I guess I should include real quick, we'll just walk through the sort of introduction part here. We're gonna go build a new deck. We're gonna name it Super Awesome Deck Name 2000. I don't remember what I named them before. I think it's just like the name of the deck. So this is Hidden Commander. And then it's like October, I think is how I phrase them usually. Command Zone, let's just put Bruna in it for now, because I think that's probably the best one. She's the best. Folder options, we need to make sure that we are putting them into our Archidekt building contest, deck building contest folder. Create deck. Errors, there's only one. Okay, so if we open up, oh, there's that weird extra art. We don't need that. Okay, so Bruna, the Fading Light. When you cast Bruna, you may return target angel or human creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. She's got vigilance and flying. So I thought it would be really cool to make this a reanimator deck. I think self-mill reanimator seems like the fastest way to get to Gisela without just straight tutoring her. Because the main goal is to get Gisela out so that once they are out both together, they meld and become Brazelia. Brazelia! Let me see. Where can it be? Why am I singing? Okay, Gisela, the Broken Blade. Can I look at the other side of y'all? Can I put Brazelia Voice of Nightmares in here? I can. Look at that. That is neato. Yeah, that's what the other art looks like. Okay, well, here's this. Let's put this in just the sideboard so that we can always look at it. So, Bruna is going to, when you cast her, you return a human or angel card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ideally, you do that when Gisela is in your graveyard, because she is an angel. Gisela is flying for Strike Lifelink at the end of your end step. If you control both of them, merge them together into Brazelia Voice of Nightmares. Flying for Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, and your opponents cannot cast spells with mana value cost 3 or less. So good. So good. She's beautiful. She's evil. Which I'm not always a big fan of evil, I'm just saying. I just love sort of the body horror cute girls, I guess. So I'm going to put in a bunch of self-mill stuff, like I was going to say Alter the Brood, but that mills other people. So we're not going to put Alter the Brood. But we are going to put a bunch of Reanimator stuff. So we need to figure out the best course of action to sort of get there. I probably won't play Bruna until Gisella's in the graveyard. So how do we get Gisella in the graveyard? I'm going to start thinking of some ideas, and then I will bring you guys back with sort of the list and stuff. Okay? And we're back. Hi. So I went ahead and just built the deck. I wanted to go over my thought process with... This rudely interrupted. I wanted to go over my thought process with you guys, just to sort of dive into the deck. I don't know. I wanted to go over my thought process. Okay. So clearly we have got Bruna in the command zone, and the hidden commander is Gisella. How do we get Gisella as soon as possible so that we can get the ultimate goal, which is Berselia, Voice of Nightmares? We put in a lot of recursion, but keep in mind, recursion is in the command zone. So I also put in a good amount of draw. Now, white doesn't have a whole lot of draw, so I did also put in as many tutors as I could, and as many, land draw as I could. These aren't good cards, but they are going to get to my point of draw, and some of these things, it doesn't even matter if we discard, because if we discard or mill, that counts as draw for us because it is a reanimator deck. So I put in some mill as well. The idea of like I'm gonna draw and then discard, I don't care in this deck what we're drawing, what we're discarding, unless it's Gisella. Unless we get to that point of, alright, we got a hold of her, let's do the thing. The whole goal is to do the thing. So, it's very cut and dry, straight to the point. There's a tiny bit of removal in here. Honestly, I would probably get rid of it. But, I did want to build a cohesive commander deck still. So, we've got we've got the draw, we've got the removal, we've got the ramp, we've got the rest of the deck, basically. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I have a lot of these cards in my other mono white deck, my IlyStreams deck, so they do look familiar, but this is an interesting take, being able to see the really high-powered angels, and the protection ones in here are really only to protect Berselia, or Bruno, and Gisella. That's the whole goal, is to protect them, give them haste, win with them. That's the whole goal. Interesting question, and I'm gonna assume I am correct, but I believe Berselia is commander damage. Let me know in the comments, because I'm pretty sure the card is physically your commander, or at least half of your commander, so it should be commander damage? Maybe? I don't know. It's gonna come, the same question comes up with Titania. I just like these guys more. Could have done Titania. Also, for the basic lands, I went with this one. This sort of Lotus land. I have no idea where this came from. It says it's a secret lair. It's a secret lair promo from 2024. I have no idea where this came from. It is gorgeous, and it would be impossible to get 29 of them, but I thought it looked very on theme with sort of like the angel crazy looking vibe. Also, they're each like supposedly $6, so let's just go up here. Yeah, $700 deck, because excluding basic lands, it would be $500. So the basic lands are $200. And I do know that I put in some card draw in here that gives other people a draw as well. I'm okay with that, honestly. I don't care what other people are doing in their decks, really, unless they're trying to stop my Berselia. So if I give them card draw, but I also get card draw, I'm a step closer to Gisella, and that's that's the point of this deck. So there's a lot of ramp in here. Most white ramp is all, like, as long as someone has more lands than you. Milliken is in here. For some reason that counts as ramp. I guess he taps for mana. Yeah, so that is my October deck building contest deck. I want to think of a fun name for it. I want you to comment what you think would be a fun name for it. It could be Roselia Voice of Nightmares, but that seems kind of boring. Crouching Commander Hidden Roselia? Crouching Bruna Hidden Roselia? I don't know. I'll keep thinking. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I know it's not a good deck, but it's a silly deck. It's a theme deck. No one's gonna want to play against it because it's the big scary angels and nobody likes that. Yeah. Happy October, everybody. I love October. It is, like, not just because my birthday is in a few days, but Halloween, the vibe, the witchiness, the spookiness, Disneyland is perfect at this time of year. So I insist all of you guys have a wonderful, wonderful October, and please do like, comment, and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a really good one. Bye!
Moon rises from the light, casting shadows in the sky. Her sister just silhouettes, broken wings but ready to fly. Together they will unite, a nightmare on the field, melding their power, their fate is sealed. Brisela, Brisela, voice of nightmares raise, with wings of terror and unbreakable chains. From Buddha's light and Jesus' fall, she stands to silence, she stands above all. I search the deck, I search the land, milling through cards with time in my hand. Mesmeric orb spins the graveyard deep, till Gisela's found from where she sleeps. Brisela, Brisela, voice of nightmares raise, with wings of terror and unbreakable chains. From Buddha's light and Jesus' fall, she stands to silence, she stands above all. Angels of hope, angels of grace, Avacin's power keeps me in the race. I'll rise from the ashes, from the battlefield torn, with Rhea and Karmic Guide, I'm reborn. Brisela, Brisela, voice of nightmares raise, with wings of terror and unbreakable chains. From Buddha's light and Gisela's fall, she stands to silence, she stands above all. So draw your cards, make your stand, but when Brisela comes, it's out of your hands. Her voice of nightmares will silence your dreams. In this angelic deck, nothing's as it seems. Brisela, Brisela, voice of nightmares raise, with wings of terror and unbreakable chains. From Buddha's light and Jesus' fall, she stands to silence, she stands above all. Angels of hope, angels of grace,